Welcome to today's random video. Hello, hello, hello. So yes, it's a random video. I know it is, and that's okay sometimes. It's just random because I didn't plan much for this one because it's been just crazy getting back from the convocation for Consecrated Virgins, which was in Miami. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of wonderful people. One of them actually watches this channel. She recognized me from my videos, so that was kind of interesting. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't expect that, but that was a lot of fun. It was great to meet everybody there, and it was really wonderful. I had a great time. One thing that really struck out from the convocation and then from Mass this weekend, the homilies there, as well as the homilies for the current Monday, Tuesday for weekday Masses, have all been about being a prophet. Prophets aren't exactly well liked. They speak against what's going on in the world. They speak, they try to move people towards God. And that's what we're all called to be by virtue of our baptism. We are priest, prophet, and king, just as Christ is priest, prophet, and king. And the prophet one is hard to do sometimes because prophets aren't popular. If you look at the prophets in the Old Testament, like, I think all of them were like murdered. Most of them, maybe. Yeah, they weren't liked though either way. Nobody liked them. They got kicked out of kingdoms. I mean, the prophet of the New Testament, John the Baptist, got beheaded. And Jesus, the one who told his own story, who was like his own prophet kind of in a way, he died on a cross. Like, prophets aren't liked. Nobody likes to be told what they're doing is wrong. And no one likes to be told that there's something other than what they're doing that they should be doing. And that's really what we're all called to do by virtue of our baptisms. And so that was really, I've been meditating on that a lot, especially since that theme came up so much in these recent homilies I've listened to at Masses, as well as in the convocation where it talked about being a prophet and how consecrated virginity is like a prophetic calling. Like, we're called to be assigned against the things of the world to show there's something else, something of heaven, and that's what we point towards. I mean, no one would pick this life because it's easy. We only pick this life because Christ picked us first, and it's not easy to be a prophet. It's not easy to speak against the things of the world, to live against the things of the world. It's not easy to be disliked by people sometimes just because of who you are and what you do. Living this life, living any sort of a truly Christian life, living Christ's values, especially in consecrated virginity, living chastity in this world, doesn't make you popular. It makes you very unpopular. It makes you a laughing stock for a lot of people that will point to you and say, oh, look at them, poor them, and they'll laugh. Or they'll mock you because they don't understand it. And that's hard sometimes because human nature is we want people to like us, we want people to appreciate us, we want people to love us for being us. And that's not always going to happen because this world isn't what we were made for. We were made for life to come in heaven, and this world is only the journey there. And it's not always an easy journey, but it's a journey we're all on, and we can do it together. Sticking together is very important, to stay with people who will build you up and help lead you to heaven, because there are so many things in this world that could lead us astray. It's hard. It's hard to be Catholic. It's hard to be Christian in this world. There's no denying any of that. It's a challenge sometimes just to do the right thing consistently, even when you're being judged by people around you, or you live in an area that is very hostile to that sort of a thing. I'm not saying super hostile, like I live in an area where Christian values are not the main focus. The state I'm living in is very liberal towards certain things that are not accepted in the church, and so it can be difficult sometimes, that tension. And it's even harder when you're living in countries or areas where you are persecuted for your faith, and it's really hard to live your faith. And the hardest thing about living your faith is going to be doing it alone. We are not called to go through life alone. We are made for community. We're made to be with one another and to help each other get to heaven. So this video was going to be random and ended up being like a pep talk about all of this. So be a prophet. Don't be afraid if the world doesn't like you. You've got everybody, all of your friends cheering you on in heaven. All the saints want you to get there. And that's a wonderful feeling. And you are not alone. And being alone and feeling alone and trying to do this alone isn't going to work very well, because that's not how we were made. Sure, there are some people that can do that. Some of the hermits, they can do it. But most of us, we need the relationships. We're humans. We're built for relationships. So let's have our relationships help us get to heaven. Okay? So please let me know in the comments what you thought of this video, any comments on this topic. This was really stream of consciousness for me, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other video ideas, leave them below. I do have a list of ones I need to get to. Yes, that will happen as I get more established and can get back into a routine of actually making and editing these videos. Yes, so please like and subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you all this weekend for some sort of a live stream, most likely. Do my best. So let me know if you have any times that would work best this weekend for live streams. Make sure you tell me what time zone you're in, because otherwise who knows what times we're gonna do things. I'm in Pacific time now, so Pacific time is where I am now. Yep, see you all next time. God bless.